if your parents aren't genetic freaks or played sports on a high level, don't
I
even
know the
worry.
exact video that you're talking about.
Don't even worry about literally seriously investing into sports like that. Because if you start to go to these college campuses, no, there's no more, oh, I just, plopped off the farm and my dad was a farmer, my mom was a farmer, and they have an 8th grade education and I'm, freak of nature and I'm able to play football. No. Kids walking into the leagues, not one or two, all of them nowadays are products of athlete man, athlete woman, Division I, pro, all that, coming together, having a kid, and then playing that way. The genetic lottery.
The Ball brothers.
Yeah. The genetic lottery is rigged, chat. I'm here to tell you it's rigged.
But Austin Rivers was on ESPN talking about how, like, I'm not a fan of. I really hope a LeBron and Bronny teaming up doesn't happen.
I think
and the title and thumbnail made it seem like it was hate, but it really wasn't. If you found it, it's pretty easy to find.
Yeah. Austin Rivers isn't really trending like that. No disrespect.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want to see Bronny play with his dad. I really don't.
Why?
I went through something similar. It was a very similar situation, but also different. I was already in the NBA when I went to go play for him. What happens is a lot of people start to discredit everything that you've done. This kid has been in the limelight since he was born. First day on Instagram, he had 1 million followers. He's handled it so well. He's played well in Sierra Canyon amongst talent and was able to get himself to a school like USC. Right now, his numbers don't scream pro. So if he is to go in the draft or if he gets picked, it'd be great to get picked up by a contending team that could help him, put him in a situation, because he does have talent. He does have basketball IQ. He has potential. Him going and play with his dad at this point in his career, just because Bronny's success isn't at a top tier level,
right?
Him getting drafted and playing with his dad, I don't want that negativity to come his way because he doesn't deserve it. He's not a top 10 pick. He's not a lottery pick. He's none of those things. I was all those things. And then still, when I went to go play for the Clippers, people were like, oh, you're only in the league because you're not. After me being the number one player in the United States 2 years prior.
Right.
This is a whole different situation. And at a different level, because, Doc's great. LeBron James is the most popular basketball player to ever play other than who? Maybe Michael Jordan?
Right.
It just would be a lot, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I hope for the kid that he's able to not only play in the NBA, but play somewhere where he can kind of niche out his own identity. His name's already Bronny. You know what I mean? Everything that we talked about with him, it always kind of folds back to his dad, rightfully so. He plays for USC, and his dad plays down the street for the Lakers. It's just an insane situation, and the way he's handled it, I'm a fan of Bronny. I really am, but I hope it goes somewhere else. I really do.
Fan of a kid is crazy, but I don't disagree. And honestly, if he does end up in the league after this year, it will probably end up being LeBron's biggest regret.
Yeah. The pressures are way too high, bro. That's a lot of expectations to put on a guy who, that doesn't deserve it. Sounds crazy hate, but I know a lot of people are gonna be comparing him to LeBron, especially with the fact that they're playing. Even though bro should honestly be a second round pick from what everyone is saying, if not a late first round pick. He already one of the clips I've seen from LeBron is him saying one of the proud moments I had with Bronny is when he went up to LeBron and said, yo, I want to go to the league, but I also want to change my name from LeBron to Bronny to separate myself from you. So I don't know. It just seems like with the whole Bronny and LeBron situation, it's just important to acknowledge at the very least that this is a selfish move for LeBron. This is more so a thing for LeBron's satisfaction than it is for Bronny. Now, if you feel like LeBron has earned that because of all he's done for the league, this, that, and the third, I think that's the conversation to really have. But baseline, bro, he's not doing this for Bronny. He wants to say he played with his son in the league. So.
Yeah, we haven't heard Bronny speak out against and/or for it, to my knowledge, or I haven't. So I don't know how Bronny feels. What I will say is if he wants to play with his pops too, it's a cool idea. And we're all saying the same thing. So one would believe, well, if we're all saying that nobody should treat him nah, we know the people that aren't watching the podcast. We know the people that aren't on stage right now. It's inevitable at some point. Bronny shoots an air ball or something. His dad would never, or other shit like that. We know it's going to happen. I even looking at the numbers. Omar, I'm a college casual. To be honest, if they really were serious about going about it, funny enough, I might even sound a little hypocritical here. Sound like he needs to sit another year, because it doesn't seem like if you're gonna have Bronny play next to LeBron James, he needs to be surefire, as Souls was saying, with what his floor is. And the fact that he is like a raw talent kind of guy, it's actually a storm for a disaster, in the sense of, here's a guy with potential, here's a guy with raw talent, but he hasn't put it all together. And he's going to play with the most complete player in NBA history, who just happens to be his father and share his fucking name. It's literally a storm for disaster. Bronny won't deserve what's going to happen. It won't be from me. It won't be from anyone on stage, anything like that. But unfortunately, we know the trolls at the floor. The trolls going to troll. And what's likely to happen is, hey, man, it's a dark game. Souls knows this. Omar knows this as well. It's a dark game. Niggas gonna want that title and thumbnail, and they gonna go. That's not even gonna be right, bro. Unless he's way better than we're all projecting him to be, and I hope that's the case. That's not even gonna be right. So it's gonna be nasty, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Bron is my GOAT, but like I said earlier, this would be his biggest regret, biggest mistake. Don't care about the decision. Don't care about going to LA. None of that stuff. Rushing to have this self-satisfaction, rushing his son's career to have this self-satisfaction is cool. There's no need to chase the contract. There's no need to speed up the timeline, because what people don't really understand is, you rush to, all right, we're gonna start your career early so you can have more NBA contracts. But if you don't last that long, then there's no need to have a conversation about you getting a bunch of NBA contracts. I think it'd be best if he stayed multiple years, especially I think after the injury, this should have not, been a conversation. This should have ceased to exist after the injury. So when you rush to get into the league and only last 5 years, what did you do it for? When you rush to get in the league and you don't really build fundamental basketball skills, what did you do it for? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not down there learning fundamental basketball skills. They're not learning any type of, tangible skills that will translate to the NBA for real. They might be working on some skills offset, but they working to get to that next level, do some ad campaigns and all that other stuff, man.
And like what BG said in the chat and what Sage said earlier, bro, like the next 2 years, I think for Bronny, it would be so much beneficial for his life, just from a fun perspective. I know that's crazy, but like being Bronny at USC sounds so much more fun than being LeBron's son in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And like having all this pressure on you, bro. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, his school lit up. I ain't gonna lie. You in LA, your daddy is down the street, he's still hooping. You get the easy tickets to the Lakers games, all that. It's not like this is your team this year, but next year that's a real possibility. You could be leading the helm, you could recruit some kids or whatever. The women's team is good too. You got Juju Watkins. Y'all could do some loving basketball.
I'll play all 4 years if I'm Bronny, for real. If I'm him.
That might be kind of crazy. But it's a lot of hoes. You getting some money now. It's not like it's not like you broke at college, because you was never gonna be broke in college anyway, because your dad is LeBron James, but you getting your own money. So at that point, I don't understand. Besides your dad's legacy, and besides these conversations about getting into the GOAT conversation has to start early now, like I really do not get it. I do not get it.
I won't say I don't get it though, because ultimately I'm not gonna gloss over how like cool it would be for their family to be able to say that if Bronny's into it. If this is just a LeBron thing, I'm not gonna go on the limbs of bad dad, but I will say, oh yeah, this is just you trying, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, like let Bronny make his decisions, but we don't know what they want. And Bronny might be 100% on board with it. And if that's the case, I'm for it, but I know what might happen. And I don't want that to happen. Well, fuck might. It will happen. Somebody's gonna want that click. And I don't want that.
Yo, so I know Vic's about to have a quad. He has a potential to have a quad dub. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
you just need assists, but it's probably
5 assists.
5. Yeah, he ain't getting that shit. But
27, 14, 5, 2, and 10. Oh my God, bro.
I'm gonna get on the hose. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I said. Play all 4 years, bro. Bronny at USC as a senior. Come on, man.
Me and Juju would recreate 11 basketball. Juju Watkins, man.
Yeah. I was my dumb ass thought Juju Smith-Schuster.
No. Juju Watkins down there. She hooping. You know that team is finna come up. Both USC teams is coming up. Let's do some 11 basketball content. Yeah, man. I don't know, because the idea of being in the league and still being regarded as LeBron James' son, with my daddy with my daddy there, that don't even really sound cool. But
yeah, the only advantage is something that we haven't brought up. Someone brought up legacy. Be damned the legacy. LeBron's legacy is cemented, and Bronny's legacy as his father's son wouldn't do much. What I would say is, I don't know why I said that. What I will say is LeBron would be able to help him mature at an exponential rate in the NBA, potentially. Depending on how he goes about it, he can either shelter him too much or he can exponentially help Bronny know what he wants to get out of the league, even if he's not destined for greatness. So there's definitely advantages. I'm not going to gloss over it. But at the end of the day, the question will always be, is it worth it? That comes down to one, admittingly, Bronny's talent. Because if Bronny's just that damn good, it don't fucking matter. But two, and more importantly, is he ready to go through the bullshit? And I like how whoever was just on, I forgot who was talking initially on the clip. But yeah, Bronny has handled this rather well. So if he can handle this shit, go for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of other players' regrets, all right. So we have this picture from the Knicks game, which is a crazy picture. And this is per Brian Windhorst. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I was younger, I used to think Brian Windhorst.
That's his jockstrap, bro.
No, I thought him and MJ was like, honestly, who Rich Paul was and Maverick Carter was, I thought that was Brian Windhorst. I'm not going, no.
I think it was LeBron, man.
I thought he was.
I thought the same thing, bro. Yeah.
I thought that was his
Windhorst.
You know how they have like specialist journalists for certain. I thought he was the ESPN LeBron specialist for real.
No, I didn't think that was ESPN LeBron specialist. I thought this who just dedicated his career to. I'm gonna just follow LeBron. Like I'm just
for every band that there's a Windhorst.
I heard that LeBron brought up all his friends and stuff like that. This is him. He's more than a game. It's more than a game to them. Like, this is a relationship. To come to find out that he's just good big rider. Just a big rider. Like, it really broke me.
Y'all niggas bullies.
I swear to God, I didn't know. But so Brian Windhorst says LeBron James was using the Knicks to put pressure on the Lakers.
Oh.
He was cognizant and aware that he was putting on a towel that said New York Knicks. Why would he mess with the Knicks? Because he was using the Knicks as a tool to pressure the Lakers. Now, this is a new tactic. It's a new tactic.
Now, why would he do that?
It's a new tactic, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought he was LeBron's Jewish friend. Shut up, bro. Shut up.
And from Bobby Marks, the Lakers won't pursue trading for a third max player unless he is an all-star caliber player.
I would hope so.
How do we feel about this, man? How do we feel about LeBron putting the pressure on by subliminally putting on the Knicks towel at Madison Square Garden, where they wouldn't have, any other towel readily available for the players?
Nah, man. You already know that's LeBron should have had a Laker towel in Madison Square Garden. Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. Like that works better. My fault. I was trying to fix my light. I'm not buying into this shit, man. I'm not. He already said he's not trying to get traded. I'm not really worried about it. This is a bunch of nothing. Niggas is grasping at straws. This is that point. I thought we would have to wait a little bit longer to get to this point in the NBA cycle where niggas get so bored and run out of stuff to talk about, so they start grasping at straws to talk about like headlines. I thought we could at least make it past the deadline before this started happening. I was like, man, after the All-Star game, that's when it's going to get real nasty with them putting out stuff to talk about. They have started in right at the end of January, at the start of Black History Month. We have run out of things to talk about. I'm not taking it serious.
Yeah, LeBron would never forget Letal, so I disagree with Damo here. He should have had a Lakers towel ready to go. Should have, not sweat during a basketball game. And most importantly, hey, if you have only a Knicks towel, hey, wipe it with your hand. We're humans. We have opposable thumbs. We have, we're made of water. Embrace the water. Let the sweat go in your eye next time. So, yeah, LeBron clearly doesn't want to be in LA anymore. I think he'll go to a team like the Knicks. That's why he put it on his back. He's ready to carry the city of New York to a championship. As long as we can get Brunson. Well, that would make sense. As long as we can get equal draft pick compensation for whatever you believe LeBron James is in. Hey, man, it is what it is. The better player won, man. Shout out James Dolan.
It's La GM being La GM again. God, every single year, man. When are we gonna hold him accountable? Every year.
Well, apparently you can't hold him accountable because he's 39-40. PC put out a clip of me saying he's a bad leader, and man, you would have thought that I just been hating on LeBron my whole life, the way people was talking about me. And you're like, man, I just say, hey, man, LeBron might be a bad leader. He's 40. You got to say that about everybody then. If LeBron's a bad leader, everybody was a bad leader. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know basketball. I said he's a bad leader? Okay, I guess. Like, I don't.
Wait, why do you think he's a bad leader?
I don't like the nigga's body language. I don't like the nigga's.
Damn.
I don't like how he I don't want to say necessarily he's a bad leader. I say he's a bad leader if he's the sole leader of the team. If he's the OG, if he's the guy that people look up to, your leader has loser mentality. Not loser mentality, but he's a sore loser, which basically gives a loser mentality. And it's just a bunch of underlying things that's bad. Communication be bad. The nigga started losing. He's getting off the court early. Shit like that. I said the teams he's won on, there's always been another person who's equally a leader. Any team he's won on, there was always somebody, whether they were in the bench or was on the court with him playing, that was equally a leader that helped stir the ship.
Who's that for the Cavs?
Who was that for the Cavs? Me personally, I think it was Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye. Both of those guys. Veteran vet presences. Even Rich said it whenever Kyrie would have issues, he would be the person to talk to Kyrie, like, hey, look, I know X, Y, like Rich said it. So I would think that would be him for him. The Lakers, Rondo, the Heat teams, UD and Dwayne Wade. Yeah. So if he's the sole leader, it's not gonna work.
I also don't think he can. Young teams don't, especially at this age. I don't know why they did this too. I mean, and you kind of need some youth, but like young and experienced teams don't do well with LeBron. And I can get into slandering a bunch of like young players and stuff now, which again we're gonna do with the MPJ segment. I've been listening more and more to the older players now, and I'm like, you know what? At first I was taking it as hate, but now I'm like thinking of it as being real. Some of the young guys just aren't experienced. Like they're not ready. They are worried about other things. They don't have like fundamental basketball skills. They're training babies and they're Instagram and all that other stuff. Babies. Did y'all see LeBron's other quote about the Hornets?
The guns and butter speech? Yeah.
I haven't. No.
What?
Guns and butter. I ain't seen Baby Boy. Yeah, I ain't seen the speech on Baby Boy when he gave him the guns and butter speech. You got your guns and then you got this butter. Yeah. Essentially, guns and butter. That's what I call the speech.
Don't pull my black card up. My movie knowledge is not good. yeah. I tell you all the time, bro. That wasn't a movie guy, bro. Sorry.
I want to play it because I got it pulled up right here.
I just seen it. Don't remember it.
I do remember the guns and butter speech now, though.
Learn the history of the game. Respect the ones that came before you, even when they do disrespect you. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Know who paved the way. Understand that. What a professional is all about. Be a pro.
There's a lot of gray hairs. Damn.
Be ready to work. If you're on time, you late. Put the work in. The game gives back to you when you put the work in. That's what the game gods do. So, come to the gym. We're one of the first ones to the gym. We're one of the last ones to leave. And just pour it all into the game. If you want to be great, and if you want to be, someone that's, will never be forgotten in this league. So, it's a lot the cars and the jewelry and all the other dumb shit that don't matter means absolutely nothing. And I see a lot of these young kids, they get so unfocused about stuff that is so material that they can lose their focus. Just worry about the game. When you worry about the game, everything will take care of itself. The game, worry about your family, and then worry about the game some more. And be selfish too. It's okay to be selfish because you have to be a little bit selfish to be able to be great. You have to fall to the wayside at times.
Is that the point of giving advice? Wallahi.
I agree with a bit of what he said. I disagree with some of the things. They're saying the Hornets. I took that as this is nasty. I've seen a tweet. Somebody was like, every time they show Brandon Miller, he look like he's astonished by the prices. And every time I see him, I can't unsee it. It's like every time Brandon Miller pop up,
how much?
This is $500K. What?
This and I have it.
No, stop.
Every time,
Stop.
What?
That nigga Brandon Miller nasty, bro.
This is the
as you can see, Brandon Miller ain't trying on nothing.
Wait.
That's how much?
Oh, hey,
you can leave it in the case. You can leave it in the case, OG.
You know when a nigga don't got no money for real or ain't trying to spend it, if both his hands in his pocket. Mind you, this jewelry, they supposed to be trying it on. He got
that was me at the Gucci store in Atlanta, dog.
Hard,
ooh, you know 600 for a wallet, huh? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back and look at that joint.
I was about Brandon Miller. I ain't gonna lie, he gonna be all right, dog. He gonna be all right.
I was trying to talk y'all into buying everything in there. Me, Dom, you get some? Nah, nigga, I'm right here on this couch. Let me get a water.
I mean, what do we work for? You right? You go buy it. Nah, I gotta. When the next check comes in, maybe next time.
Should I really do it? I'm like, didn't you just have a good month? And we have a good month? Why not? Fuck it, ball out. What you getting? Water? Nigga, I'm sitting right here. Y'all
no. He lying. I said, oh yeah, we did have a good month. You go, come on, let's see what you want. No, I'm good. This nigga pulls up his account. He's just chilling the whole time, bro. I hate Damo, bro.
I'm like, nah, y'all got this. Hey, y'all big bags. I'm little bags, man. I'm good. I don't want nothing.
All right. So I don't know if y'all heard, but our glorious king apparently had an opportunity to join the enemy.
And that's why, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Paul in the back of his noggin, bro. I swear.
The enemy.
Who's the hope?
Let's
and we broke my heart.
Close to Steph and LeBron teaming up is extraordinary.
Yeah, I think there's two different ways to look at this. Obviously, if you're a fan, your initial reaction is going to be to dream about the concept of LeBron and Steph playing together. I don't think that was ever close to happening, but I think it does show that there was a lack of information. There was a lack of information from these teams because Woj and Ramona also reported that the 76ers called the Lakers about LeBron because just the way things have gone for the Lakers this season and the passive-aggressive moves that LeBron has made left people wondering, how does he actually feel about the Lakers? Where is his head at about them going now and going forward? And he gave an emphatic, I'm committed here. And, Rich Paul went on the record publicly last week saying he's not going to be traded. And that's why I think, Greeny, the Lakers were probably okay going to LeBron and Rich Paul with this opportunity because they wanted to find out where LeBron was too. Because LeBron was, putting up emoji tweets and, refusing to talk about it in the media. And so what ended up happening is LeBron ends up recommitting himself to the Lakers saying, no, I don't want to be traded. I want to be here. And then the Lakers don't do anything at the deadline. I think those two are related because they operated knowing that LeBron was solid. Now, where LeBron might be in the summer when, by the way, Philadelphia is going to have max cap room, that's a different conversation. But I actually think this was more about checking in on an information void than it was about a trade that actually could happen.
Now, that's not the only bit of LeBron James news, which is actually crazy. We have reports coming out of Phoenix about LeBron James.
Oh,
remember
Phoenix.
Daryl Morey? Oh, well, no, I take it back. Oh, yeah, no. This is Daryl Morey. Phoenix contacted Phoenix to inquire about the availability of Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, and also reached out to the Lakers to check on LeBron James. Again, I mixed those 2 points up. My bad, but we can get into both of those in time together. So, one, what are our thoughts about you guys' guy? You guys' guy. What's going on? The future is looking dark.
Look, I'll start it off by saying this, man. This isn't a new conversation. It's just a conversation we're unfortunately to have to talk about again. For those that have this thing called amnesia, revisionist history, we talked about LeBron in the Philly jersey like 2 years ago. It's been a thing. It's just this time.
Let me just. Can we say that though? Can we just say that LeBron?
What?
Embiid's knees are crazy.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I wouldn't want him. We can talk about where LeBron should go in a second. Philly really has wanted LeBron this whole time. I wouldn't put him in Philly where he essentially has to play with another guy who any given day isn't there. Like that's like he's a guy that any given day he's not there. So I wouldn't.
Is there? Let's not act like
LeBron and Maxey.
Listen. All I'm saying is this, and this is why I low-key hope Embiid does not come back. If Tyrese Maxey can maintain this ship until the playoffs, that proves a lot to me, because my argument against him, and I know this is about LeBron, but my argument against him was, him, Halliburton, him, I'm not comparing a 1 to a 2. I'm not comparing a guy who has the luxury of being next to Batman. You're telling me you're a dope superhero. No, show me you putting on the goddamn cape, Nightwing. Let me see what you can do. And if he goes out there and he steers this fucking boat just to maintain a solid playoff spot, if they don't plummet in the standings, potentially have to be a play-in team now because Embiid's not there and Maxey's hooping, I think LeBron looks at that. Okay, you got me, who is still the fucking GOAT. Like I'm 3,900 years old, outrunning goddamn rookies and young guys in their prime. I'm a goddamn myth. I'm the closest thing to Wilt Chamberlain these people's ever seen. You have that, and I got this little nigga Maxey who I have experience playing with up and coming young scoring guards. I've done that with Kyrie. I've done that. My thing with LeBron, I personally do not mind you leaving if we can trade you. But if I can't get nothing for you, you retire a Laker. If you committed to us, hey, draft Bronny. You're here for the long haul, buddy. You're retiring a Laker. Because you can leave. I need something for you. You can't walk. There's no way. We lost Kobe and we just let him walk away. We got nothing for Kobe, and look where that put us. I'm not trying to have 2 potential GOAT candidates walk away from the team for nothing. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, that was going to be where I was going to tie the bow there. LeBron, look, man, we could talk Philly. We could talk Phoenix, talk Golden State. I don't give a fuck where we talk. We better be talking somewhere, because a lot of people back then, years ago, were talking about you live with it, you die with it. You truly don't. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about different times, different eras, all that shit. Hey, man, it's a two-way street. It sounds like, hell, people in the chat keep talking about Klay got benched tonight. I'll address it just so y'all don't have to keep saying it. Klay Thompson got benched tonight. Shit changes. And you know what else about to change? This LeBron trade news. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's no way we are responsible franchise if we let him walk, unless he wanted to stay the entire time, genuinely wanted to retire here, and then y'all pissed them off or some shit. Ultimately, it'd be bad business regardless. In terms of the contextual difference between the two, I must address that before niggas yap it up. Yeah, there's a difference between now and back then. 2 years ago, it was about planning for the future and taking it as all right, you got your fluke ass ring, now let's ball up. This one obviously is a bit more desperate. You're looking at a situation where you niggas are starting to finally get your stride going, and what, you're the 8th, 9th seed? Like we cooling, we there, but we don't even feel like serious contenders all the time, outside of, the hope that LeBron and AD get hot at the right time, because anything can happen when those two get going. I just think that I like the conversation a wee bit, in the sense of, we got to prepare for that next era. Is AD involved in that next era? And if so, what can LeBron get us? What team would want a LeBron James? Now, when we talk about Philly, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds fantastic for LeBron. Sounds horrendous for us. I don't know, especially if they keep it Maxey. I don't know what the fuck we looking like They got LeBron, Embiid, Maxey over there, and we walking out with Tobe for cap filler and Zobs. That'd be the most depressing shit I see in my life. But regardless, in terms of trading LeBron James, the only sadness, and it's overwhelming sadness, is because we really are looking like we failed them. And whether it's coaching, roster, or they failed us, it's sad to look at the Lakers and be like, damn, y'all couldn't win with the star but one time.
We've got to stop with the GM stuff. We've got to stop. And that was like one of the top comments on last pod or one of the last videos or something like that. We have got to stop with the GM narrative. Okay. He's made it clear he wants to be there. I can't think of a move that looks like anything since he's been in LA that resembles something that LeBron James spearheaded. And I know somebody in the chat or in the comment section is going to say the AD move. The AD move was there. I don't think LeBron spearheaded the AD move at all. I just do not believe that. But if we say
Russ one, I'll tell you that now.
The Russ and that is so revisionist based off of the Russ situation, like how it happened, all that stuff. They had to come together and have a conversation about how this is gonna work. If DeMar ended up there, different conversation. Nigga, people have to. They traded away Caruso, or not? I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Didn't trade away Caruso. Let Caruso go. So I don't know how this is a GM situation. He's staying here. This is his biggest GM move, is the fact that he's saying, I want to be here. Please hang up those phone calls. Now I get why other teams would be calling, but I want people to just stop the narrative. The Lakers have yet to do anything that I think is of him, what he wants, and why he keeps committing to them is solely off of historic reasons. Maybe he doesn't want to, maybe it's catching up to him being called all these names and team hopping and all this stuff, or maybe he's just getting old. Maybe he wants some stability. I think honestly, he has found the best financial situation for his whole family, wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm. So why not just stay here, ride it out, whatever y'all do. I already understand. Hey, there's no way for him to chase anybody. He's not chasing anybody. I said that a minute ago. It's not like he's chasing anybody anymore. If you have a measured GOAT, you already got a measured GOAT. Another ring ain't going to change that. If you don't have a measured GOAT because you got like MJ as your GOAT, another ring is not going to change that.
For MJ's.
It's done. So I don't know. He's committing to them. This looks like true commitment to me. They say Trae Young is supposed to be coming, soon.
That'd be insane. I just don't know how they piece that together. I mean, I guess Atlanta's desperate enough, but yeah, I guess Atlanta's desperate enough. I don't know how those logistics work out. It's not the worst thing. Usually Laker fans got the row hole with purple and gold crayon in their motherfucking mouth and chatting. The Trae Young rumor is like the first third star rumor that I'm like, I mean, it can. I just don't think it's gonna fucking happen. I think it's a stretch of the assets again.
Oh, assets, okay.
Yeah, like assets wise, like convincing me that, and I know I got motion, but convincing me that like AR and like Rui in them is gonna genuinely be enough. Unless there's some picks that can be legitimately traded that I don't know. I guess I can see it because Atlanta is desperate. But then that would also be Atlanta not taking a better offer, but it's possible. I'm not going to derail that fact that it's possible. We never addressed this. We talked about this with Curry. If LeBron do want to be there, that kind of changes shit. We talked about if it's just happening if LeBron's open to it. And I might have misspoke earlier. That's what I meant earlier then. LeBron wants to be in LA. Fuck. We just gonna have to live with it. I ain't gonna lie, because like being the team that gave LeBron the finger, I know in 2K that's peak, I know in whatever that's peak, but being the franchise that pissed off LeBron James in one of his 2-3 retirement years, you're gonna live with that one. You're gonna live with that one for a long time. So if he's making it clear that he wants to retire Laker, yeah, I guess he retired in the Lakers. Yeah.
I will say this in terms of the Trae Young conversations. I know exactly how it works. We give up everything essentially. Really,
really do.
You would have to go into the offseason with the mindset of we have to clear all the cap space possible, which essentially is create a max slot, which means keep AD, keep LeBron, whatever they get paid, and cut everybody else. So it would be LeBron, AD. You would either do I don't know if Trae Young's gonna be a free agent or if it's gonna be a trade, but if it's a trade, that means we're trading Reeves, D'Lo, and Rui, and then hell, picks and or young guys on top of that. Now you can say, "Oh, Atlanta can field offers," but if Atlanta decides to do right by Trae, they're going to send him to LA. And I know, are they obligated to do right by Trae? No, but at the same time, we don't work there, and I don't know if y'all know anybody that works in that front office is dropping text on the side and be like, "Hey, how do I really feel about Trae?" I don't know nobody like that, so I can only assume what I don't know is probably true, which is maybe they want to do right, maybe they don't. Who cares? I don't know if that many teams can give you that better of an offer, especially seeing what trades happened at this deadline. Niggas can't convince me the Lakers couldn't come up with better offers than what some of these niggas got moved for. You can't convince
especially
me,
in the point guard surplus era where everyone feels they already have that point guard. That's the only reason I think Trae Young is not the worst name that I've heard in the last 5 years.
Well, I mean, and Damo, you saying they could fill the offers. I don't know what Trae Young is
market is.
Yeah, and not because I think he's a bad player. I just don't know any team that's kind of like not set on a point guard, and then also isn't saying to themselves, "Man, that's an expensive point guard." When like I say all the time, guard is like the most abundant position in basketball right now. So I don't know if they're gonna be doing that. I just y'all buckle up because it's gonna get weird. I'm not gonna say it's gonna get ugly. I just think that what's going on right now is Jeannie has everything in her hands and in her control, and kind of knowing the Buss family a little bit and how Jeannie feels and felt about her image and her perception when like her daddy was alive. I believe she's like not really listening to nobody, and she wants to make it be known like if something was done that made like a success happen, it was on me, and it was on the guy that I appointed, Rob. It wasn't on no player doing it. It was straight up me doing it. Because back then, when a move was made, it was my dad doing it, and then they said I wasn't competent enough because I'm a woman or I'm inexperienced or whatever the case may be. So now I got to prove myself 10 times harder. And that may be the detriment of y'all, to be quite honest with y'all. That may be the detriment.
Yeah, she ain't cool with Ron doing shit. She ain't cool with no LeBron doing shit. But GM, hell no.
Yeah, Jerry Jones. Somebody said Jerry Jones syndrome. Very, very much.
And he need to let shit rock. That boy Steven be cooking. He need to let that, man.
I think he's gotten better.
With Jerry? A little bit.
And not knowing like 1,000% what's going on down there. I think he's gotten a little bit better. So
they don't rap bad, but go ahead.
How did y'all feel about all the Philadelphia calls, Daryl Morey and them? I think that's also very telling as well.
Yeah, Philly, they're I'm not gonna say they're making the wrong moves. You could, to be honest, Philly is the same way you could argue with LeBron that if you want to look at the player, you can look at the idea that, yeah, it seems targeted, blah, 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 but damn, dog, he really can't play 65 games. And if he does, he is not there by the postseason. So you can argue that. You can that I wouldn't even say conditioning at this point. That's just who he is. So you could argue that, but most importantly, I think that they know that, and they're trying their damnness to say, hey man, look, the role players, we gonna have some vet minimums out here. We got the third star who's actually a third star. Now one of them Kuzma, maybe third stars. Now one of them Russ, and I'm doing Laker comparisons because we're here. Now doing one of them Russ 2022 third stars. No, this nigga Maxi's a hooper, and it is what it is. We have the second star. We have our main star. Let's get another guy in here who is arguably better than fucking both of them if possible. And let's go ahead and ball up. Worst case, we got a duo. I like that they're not trying to be just Zybe and if Embiid stays healthy, when the if is like the biggest lowercase if in the league right now.
I think he's very dangerous because if he has the audacity to call for LeBron James, This man is unhinged.
Fair
Who won't he
enough,
call
man.
for?
Fair
And
enough. That's
eventually,
a good point.
you're gonna call a situation where you didn't realize it was that bad. You joking? Hey man, I see that boy Zion still big, huh? Would you want Tobias? You would? Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, let's drop the paperwork.
Embiid, Zion has never been healthy in the last 5 years. Make the trade.
I'm telling y'all right now, because that's what it really be like. You field 50 calls. It's cold calling. You call 50 times, and really you just, hey, I'm trying to beat the clock. It's almost 5. I just want to make sure I get through all these names. I'm almost anticipating for you to say no, so I got my thumb over the end button, and all he needs is one person to be like, well,
for what?
Well,
now that you mention it, we were just talking like, oh, you were.
Oh,
they asked.
We were looking for a guy like Anthony Davis. Unless Joel Embiid's available.
How you feel about Zion? Well, how do you feel about KJ Martin? Wait a minute. Who? What? Well, I think to me, this says that that the jury's out on Embiid. The story is out. We know we can't get it done. And I know that might have been the case a couple years ago, but during the Morey administration, hey, we can't get it done. And we got rid of James because it was toxic over here. Cool, perfect, fine. But we know it can't be done. I'm gonna call about one of the big guys, see what the locker room is like real quick. But we just can't get it done with Embiid.
I'll go ahead and reverse the conversation. Not even like wrap back to it, but I'll reverse the conversation because we skipped over Golden State. I'm not gonna lie. I'll tackle the casual comment here. Nah, I wouldn't be pissed if it happened. Damn, but I wouldn't be like, for the people that think LeBron and Curry at age 40 and 38 are breaking the league with that remaining roster. Stop. It's not at all. It's not the same as Curry. Yes. Even with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, I do think that Curry and LeBron is one of a kind duo, but we've seen that in the past. I don't consider that a super team or anything like that. I think LeCurry, as someone just typed, I think LeCurry would be amazing. It would be at floor just fun to fucking watch, but I'm not in any way, shape, or form calling that team a super team or anything like that. Now, Philly would be kind of crazy, but it is what it is.
I am on the entire different end of the spectrum from Sage, but for a slightly different reason. It's not about them being league breaking, which I don't give a fuck if LeBron's 45. Him playing with that nigga Curry, that's breaking something. I don't know what it's breaking. It's breaking something. But my issue is there ain't no way, and I mean no way, I can sit and support watching LeBron don a fucking Warrior jersey after all the riding I did for this nigga during the 2010s.
Pause, nigga.
All the losses I took on your behalf.
Let it go.
No way. I was in battles in the name of my glorious King James. And you think I'm a support
LeBron fans?
You think I'm gonna support him donning that goofy ass San Fran?
You're a LeBron fan. That's LeBron.
Man, I spit on you. Oh my God.
Yo, y'all gotta stop. I seen the chat instantly cook. I'm like, I fucking forgot. It's LeBron. It's a LeBron team of niggas, bro.
Fathom.
Oh my God.
The audacity of Golden State.
I'm talking from a basketball lens.
You bastards. Oh my God. Again. I don't even want that thought in my mouth. Tui. Oh.
Yo, let it go. Let it go. It'd be fun basketball. Let it go.
Oh my! He will wear some goofy ass number. He'll be like, "I'm done at number 3." Like, why is he wearing 3? Why is he wearing 3? Oh my God!
I'm gonna wear number 15 because it's still his team.
Do you know how heartbreaking it's gonna be for Curry to go on one of them crazy runs And to think that one of them insanely great shots from the fucking half court is gonna come off the dime of my glorious king, and I hear that San Francisco 3-point roar. Y'all know what sound I'm talking about. Everyone got PTSD from it. It just hits different when them niggas hit a three. And to think that my glorious king, LeBron, will, oh my, I want to smack Rich Paul in the back of the head. He didn't even do nothing. I just want to, why would you even answer the phone?
I'm about to say, why?
Yeah. And plus, plus trade package wise, they probably got something better than Philly. I say that. So
Y'all
ain't got a lot, but it's probably better than Philly.
Kuminga, nigga.
Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga solos. I ain't gonna lie. Say less.
You're not getting Kuminga.
Stop.
Who is Kuminga for LeBron? What?
Who is Maven Huffman, Sage?
Don't ask me. I'm a casual.